What's up, everybody? Welcome to You Need Balance. I'm Skylar, and today we're going to focus on a full body flow that's going to take you through a few deep stretches, mindful movements, and also just getting your mind and body balanced to recover from an intense workout that you just came from, or even just a really stressful day. So I hope you're taking your lunch break today to make yourself better, take your mind away from your computer screen, and get you back into the state of a productive and creative mental thinking. So to start, I'm going to have you grab a pillow, a block, any type of object that you can think of. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to lay flat on your back, and I want you to relax your head, neck, and shoulders down into the ground, and then squeeze that object between your knees. So if it's something like a thick textbook, that would be great. If it's more of a smushy pillow, then that's okay too. Just something to help engage the inner thighs. And then you're going to dig your heels down into the ground and squeeze your glutes up as high as you can into this glute bridge. And then very slowly come back down. Take a deep exhale as you engage your glutes, your hamstrings. Feel the whole back side of your body start to wake up. And slowly lower back down. Deep exhale. Today we're going to focus on movements to help the mind stay into a more positive space. And one thing that can happen is other people's actions or movements or things that they say can cause your mind to think negative thoughts. And so one thing that we want to do today is just refresh your mind. Anytime you feel like acting or thinking negatively about someone, take a moment to stop, take a deep breath in, and observe why you feel that way. See if you can reframe it or even come up with other ideas as to why that person did that or said that to you, because you never know what someone else is going through. So keep that in mind as you start to transition your mind and your thoughts into more positive thoughts and movements. And then slowly take that object out from between your knees, and we're going to come all the way over to the side. You're going to use your left arm as a pillow as you lay on your left side here. You're going to bend your knees to 90 degrees, and then your top arm is going to sweep up and over. See if you can reach back behind you, like your shoulders trying to touch the ground behind you, all the way around until the small of your back, and then sweep all the way up and around. And maybe you have to move that object a little bit further away if you put it too close to you. We're going to try that 2 more times, and each time be mindful of the movement. Maybe the first time you felt really tight. And now as you start to loosen up, you might be getting your fingertips a little bit closer to the ground. Maybe you can even touch the ground all the way around, getting your shoulder back down to the ground behind you, all the way back around. And now we're just going to switch sides. You can just turn over, or you can flip over with now your right arm under your head. Keep your knees stacked on top of each other, and your left arm is going to sweep all the way back. Notice if this side feels any different. Okay, the rights and the lefts might feel different compared to each other. So just let the side slowly stretch back. Notice where you're feeling the most tightness, the most tension, as we slowly warm up the shoulders, coming all the way back and around and back to center. Good. Okay, let's come up to all fours now. Hands on the ground, knees on the ground. Inhale as you look forward for cow. And exhale as you round into cat. Pull your belly button up. Inhale as you drop your belly down for cow. Exhale as you round into cat. So even though for these balance movements, these balance workouts, you might not notice that your heart rate gets up very high. You might keep your heart rate pretty steady. But the idea is to encourage mobility through all of your different joints, encourage stability through your core and your ability to balance, so that when you do get those intense workouts in, or if you're a runner or a biker, you do other activities, that your muscles will be able to move more efficiently. So you're improving your technique and increasing your strength. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Let's come to neutral spine now. We're going to kick the left leg straight out to the side. Try to keep the foot flat and toes pointing forward. If this feels really tight for you, then you just slowly increase the range of motion by breathing deep. You might take very small movements at first if this is really tight. But if you're feeling okay, then see if you can sink a little bit deeper, back and forth, sinking your breath. Exhale as you push your hips back, and inhale as you rock forward, working on maintaining that neutral spine and opening up your hips, loosening up those hips a little bit more. Notice how they're feeling as you inhale forward and exhale back. Deep breathing here. Exhale back and inhale forward. Good, almost there. One more forward and back. Great job. Let's go ahead and come back to all fours. Bring that leg back underneath, and then we'll kick the opposite leg back to the side. So let's try this side. Again, this side might feel different. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Give yourself this time to warm up your hips. Sink your breathing. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Sync your mind with your body. Every time your mind starts to wander, if you're having a hard time focusing during these slower movements in the warm-up, try to stay focused on your breath. Can you feel the air come into your body with each inhale? Can you feel yourself get deeper into the stretch with that exhale as you push yourself back? Deep breathing and deep motions too. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And we have one more here. And then let's slowly bring that knee back underneath and exhale for a short child's pose. And then inhale forward into Cobra. Let the hips come down just as far as they can. Start to pull your shoulders down and back and lift your chest up. Squeeze your glutes and then exhale back to all fours. From here, you're going to stretch your right foot back behind you so that the toes are on the ground. Tuck both of your toes under so you can really grab the ground with your toes. Now really press your left hand into the ground and reach your right arm out and up towards the sky. And notice how your back right foot starts to pivot. So now the heel is on the ground. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Start to reach overhead so you're feeling a nice side body stretch. Think like a straight line from your pinky toe on the right side of your foot all the way over to your fingertips, reaching for the opposite wall. Think about maintaining this position and find your left toes. Think about where your left toes are in space, and you're going to windshield wiper the toes out to the outside of your mat. So now from here, you have a stable base in the lower body. You're going to use your obliques to lift your upper body up, arms out wide like a T, and then stretch down the side of your body. Left arm sweeps up to the sky, and then maybe over to the side. Feel that nice stretch. Now that we know these two positions, we're going to flow between the two. Left hand comes to the ground. Right arm reaches out and up to the side. Exhale, use your obliques to come back up. Left arm sweeps up and over. Slowly switching. Left hand comes to the ground. Inhale and reach. Exhale, use your obliques to come back up. We have one more each. Inhale, back down, reach overhead. And exhale, come back up one more time. And now we'll bring the left hand to the ground. We'll bring the right hand to the ground, pivot the feet back underneath and come all the way back to all fours. And exhale to child's pose. Deep breath in, forward for Cobra. We'll slowly start to pick up the pace as we reverse to the other side. Exhale to all fours. From all fours, now the left toes are going to kick back. Remember to tuck both of your toes under so you have a little lock on the ground. Inhale as you sweep your left arm up to the sky, out and up as you balance here. Think about bringing that left foot now flat to the ground. And then sweep your arm up and over. So think about an extended side angle here where you're creating that straight line from your fingertips all the way to the side of your foot. And now let's windshield wiper those right toes. So now you can grab onto the ground. Think about stabilizing through the lower body And use your exhale to engage your top obliques, your left side obliques, to come all the way up. And sweep your right arm up and over, side body stretch. Here we go. Now we flow. Right hand comes to the ground, left arm sweep up and over. And exhale. Use your oblique, strong core to sweep over. If it's too much for you to get all the way down to the ground, you can always use a block to raise the ground up to you. And just bring the hand with you as you come all the way. So you can always choose that modification if you need to. Enjoy this inhale as you stretch over. And exhale, engage your obliques as you reach your right arm up and over. Here we go. We have one more here. Lift as you stretch. Last exhale, deep side body stretch. And then cartwheel the hands all the way back down to the ground. Pivot on your toes as you come all the way back to all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, forward into Cobra. Straighten out the legs. From Cobra, you're going to let your chest come all the way down to the ground. Bring your arms out wide, about the width of your mat. And you can decide if you want to come up on your fingertips for this one if you'd like. So if you do have a standard sized yoga mat, then your hands might actually come to right outside of the mat, so they're on the ground. If you're in a space that's a little bit longer, then just try to think about your hands being about a foot away from your shoulder. You're going to tuck your chin, squeeze your legs together, point your toes, and inhale as you rise up into a rolling cobra. Let your head be the last to come up. Once your head is up, exhale, try to tap your right shoulder down to the middle of your hands. Left elbow goes out to the side. Inhale, tuck your chin, come all the way back up to center. Exhale, left shoulder taps to the center of your hands as the right elbow goes out to the side. Inhale, tuck your chin, rise up. Exhale, right shoulder down, left elbow out to the side. Feel that nice stretch to the shoulder. Tuck your chin, inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder down, right elbow out. One more time each side. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Right shoulder down, left elbow out wide. Inhale up. And exhale, left shoulder down. One last time. Inhale, try to stretch all the way up. And this time, exhale, come all the way down onto your belly. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. If you can do a push-up, I want you to exhale and push your entire plank up to a high plank all at once. If you can't, then I want you to try to engage, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you can't go anywhere, then drop your knees down and push yourself up. And then we'll meet into that high plank together. Whatever you need to do to get here, I want you to find your first high plank. Think about pushing your chest away from the ground, pushing back through your heels, and pulling your belly button up. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, downward dog. Push your hips up and back. Reach your heels down to the ground. Shake out your heels a little bit. One and then the other. And then inhale, lift your right heel back behind you. Try to keep your toes pointing down, internally rotating the hip. From here, you're going to inhale and lift up on your left toes. And exhale, push the heel back down, like a single leg calf raise. Inhale up onto your other toes. Exhale, back down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We have two more here. Inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, push back. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides back to downward dog. Right foot comes down to the ground. Left heel is going to lift up. Keep that nice and strong. So don't open up the hip. Try to keep them nice and square. We're going to inhale, rise up onto the right toes. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Each time, see if you can stretch your heel a little bit further down towards the ground. And we have two more. Inhale. And exhale, back to downward dog. And from here, we're going to walk the hands back to the toes. Grab opposite elbows, sway side to side, and then release the arms. tuck the chin, and very slowly roll up, roll your shoulder blades back, and let your head be the last thing up. Get the hair out of your face if you need to. Shake it out a little bit. Get nice and loose. We're going to take a variation of the sun salutation to warm the body up. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands out to a plank. Hold plank. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale very slowly. Bend your elbows into your chaturanga. You can always come down to your knees. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, your version. Exhale, downward dog. Roll over the toes if you can. Push your hips up and back. On your next inhale, look forward. Rise up on your toes. Bend your knees. And now step your feet up to the top of your space. Exhale and pull your chest a little bit closer to your legs. And then inhale, rise up, squeeze your glutes at the top, reaching up nice and tall. And exhale, release the arms back down to the side. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, then your left foot. Hold here into plank, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, slowly lower down. Your version of vinyasa here. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to your toes. Sweep your fingertips down toward your toes and then all the way up the front of your legs as you round your shoulders back and let your head be the last to come up. Bring your big toes together and your heels about a little space between your heels so that your pinky side of the foot is parallel to each other. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, really tuck your tailbone and sink your hips down. Exhale, straighten the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, look forward and start walking your hands out into your plank. Hold here in plank. Now we're going to start with the right arm. You're going to come down to your right elbow and then your left elbow into a low plank. Now push back up with your right hand all the way up to a high plank. We'll do the same thing with the left side. Left elbow comes down, followed by the right elbow, low plank. Left hand comes to the ground and press up, followed by the right hand into high plank. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale, slowly lower down. Your version of vinyasa here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or hop your way all the way to the top. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up overhead, tuck your tailbone, and exhale, release all the way through. Last variation here. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back, then your right foot, and slowly choose your vinyasa here. We're going to meet all the way back into downward dog. From downward dog, take a deep breath in, sweep your right leg back, and then exhale, bend your right knee into your right elbow. Hold, squeeze here, and then step your foot between your hands. Low lunge, drop your left knee down, point the toes. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Then exhale, twist your torso to the right as your arms come out like a T, stretching out nice and long. Deep breath in, arms up overhead, center your body. And exhale, twist to the right, bending a little bit deeper into your hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up one more time. Exhale, twist to the right, bend a little bit deeper into that leg. Inhale, back up. And exhale, plant the hands down to the ground, tuck your back toes under, lift the legs, step back into plank, and you can choose your version of vinyasa. You can always use child's pose if you need to, especially if you're using this for more of a recovery workout. Inhale, lift the left leg back behind you. Exhale, come forward, crunch the left knee to the left elbow. Hold here, pause, squeeze, and then step the left foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down, point the toes. And inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, twist the torso to the left as you reach your arms from wall to wall. Bend into that left knee. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bend deep. Open up the arms like a T. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back forward. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. And on your last inhale, reach for the sky one more time before you exhale. Plant your hands. Tuck the back toes under as you push up and back into plank. Hold here. Deep breath in through your nose. And exhale as you slowly lower down. You can always add in an extra push up here as you come back through and push up and then downward dog. Shake it out here. Bend one knee and then the other. And then we'll continue on the other side. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, crunch your knee to your nose. Hold here and pause. And then step your right foot between your hands. Keep your legs nice and strong as you inhale up into a high lunge. Find your balance here, bending into this right knee. Now we're going to come in balance on the right leg. Swing your arms forward and back as we come into a warrior three. Think about a tricep extension and that internal rotation of that hip, just like we did in that three-legged downward dog. See if you can keep your shoulders back and your core strong. You got this. Deep breath in. And inhale, without touching your left foot to the ground, bring your knee up to your chest. Squeeze the knee up. Find your balance, shoulders back. And then that left leg is going to come all the way back into a quad stretch. You can grab onto that foot with the left hand, or you can grab both hands and see if you can pinch your shoulders back behind you as you open up your chest and continue to balance. Another option here, if you're feeling balance and you're not really holding on much, is to reach your right arm strong. First, start kicking your foot back into your hand until you can't go any further. And then you can start hinging the hips back into this king dancer posture, just as far as you can go. And then inhale your way all the way back up as you find yourself balanced. Don't let go yet. One more knee hug forward. And then very slowly transition. This is your slow transition through warrior three. Take your control and then very slowly bend into your right knee. So slowly until you finally make contact with the ground, where you can inhale up into that high lunge. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back into plank, your version of vinyasa here. Use the push-up if you would like to get a little extra upper body work in here. Exhale all the way back down. Shake it out a little bit. Beautiful job. Now the left leg is going to inhale back. Exhale, bend forward, knee to nose. Hold here and pause. And then step the foot between the hands. Use the strength in your legs to lift up nice and tall. Find your balance. We're going to go ahead and balance into the left leg for warrior three. So swing your arms forward and back. Squeeze your triceps. Squeeze that inner thigh as you keep your body nice and strong. Feel your belly button pulling in. And then very slowly on your inhale, we're going to come forward. Bring that right knee up to your chest. Next, we're going to go into that quad stretch. Just swing your right foot back. Grab one foot with one hand or two hands. Pinch your shoulder blades back. Squeeze your glutes. And you can always try grabbing onto the arch of your foot, reaching your left arm forward. And first start by kicking back into your hand. And then slowly start to hinge forward, just as far as you can. And when you feel control, see if you can come all the way up and release into that knee hug again. The right knee comes up. Now think about your transition here. This is when you're in control of your body. We know we're going into the high lunge, but we're taking our time to transition back through warrior three. Control the movement and start bending into that left knee. See how slow you can go until your toe hits the ground, and then you can rise up into that high lunge. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back into plank. You can slowly lower down. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Shake it out. All right, beautiful job. One more flow on this side, right leg. Inhale all the way up, And exhale, come through right knee to left elbow. Crunch as you twist. Hold here, breathe. And then step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge. Deep breath in, and then exhale, warrior two. Similar to the warm-up in that gate posture, we're going to flip the right palm up and inhale, sweep back behind you. And then exhale, right elbow to right thigh as the left arm sweeps up. We're going to try that a few more times. Inhale, left arm reaches down the leg as you reach through the side body. And exhale, extended side angle, lift through the side. Inhale, reverse warrior, stretching through the side body. And exhale, side angle. Here we go, one more time and reverse warrior. And this time, cartwheel your hands all the way back down to the ground, both hands on the ground, and see if you can lift your left leg back behind you into your standing splits. See if you can fold over that front knee. And if you can't touch the ground, that's okay. You'll bring blocks underneath your hands and use that as you need to. Slowly bend into that knee. You have your hands on the ground, but still think about control in the transition as your toe comes down to the ground. And then you can push back into plank. Slowly lower down. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Next time on the left side. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Exhale, crunch left knee to right elbow. Twist and squeeze. Deep breath in. And step your foot between your hands. Find the strength in your legs as you inhale up into your high lunge. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Think about your warrior two with the left knee bent. Arms are reaching out like the letter T. And here we go into our side stretch. Inhale, left palm flips up for the left side stretch, reverse warrior. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Sweeping your right hand up and over to the side. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh, extended side angle. Feel your obliques causing these movements as we lift from the stretch to the contraction from each side, lengthening out through the side, especially if you've been spending a lot of time sitting at a desk, just allowing this length to create more space into the side body, improving your posture. One more time, inhale. And this time, exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground, framing out your front foot. And let's try to step up, balance on this left leg, and come up to your standing splits. Notice this side might feel different as you reach up. And then very slowly, bend into this left leg under control until you come to that low lunge. Press your hands into the ground, step back into plank, slowly lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to come to a seat however you need to. You can try to inhale, look forward, rise up on your toes, bend your knees, and then become nice and light as you come all the way through into a seat. Beautiful job. So I need to continue reframing your negative thoughts. So if there's something that you've already come to today in this practice that you feel like you haven't been able to do completely successfully yet, then try to reframe those negative thoughts. How can you turn them into a positive? How can you turn them into you're progressing? Or maybe today you're giving the best that you have today. This is what your body needs for today. So allow yourself to create a positive thought out of that. I want you to keep your feet flat on the ground. You can bring your hands behind you if you feel like you need support, or release one hand and then the other hand. You're going to see how far you can lean back without arching your back and without back pain. So I want you to engage your core. Keep your core nice and strong. We're going to inhale, twist as you open up your left hand behind you. And then exhale, come back to center. Inhale your right arm back behind you. Exhale back to center. We're going to continue with the breath. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you crunch and twist back up. Keep your mind focused. If you're starting to have those negative thoughts again, oh, I didn't realize we were working the core today. That's okay. Bring whatever you have. Try to reframe those thoughts into positive thoughts. Maybe write down your negative thoughts for any situation that has happened today, and then throw it away. Literally throw it away into the trash and see if you can come back with something positive to keep your mind a little bit more focused. Keep the core strong. Maybe if you're like, yeah, this is not too bad actually, you can lean back a little bit further and twist as you open up. If at any point you're feeling any back pain, you can always hug your knees into your chest, release your back, and then just come right back into it when you're ready. So you're in control. Listen to your body. Push yourself through the muscular fatigue, but not through anything that feels like joint pain or something that you feel just isn't right. You know your body. Pay attention here. We have one more on each side. Keep going. We're almost there. Last one. And then very slowly back to center. We're going to control our way all the way down. Think how slow can you go? As you come all the way down onto your back, you're tucking your tailbone first. See if you can get your low back to touch. Then your thoracic spine. Maybe your shoulder girdle comes down, and then finally your head, because not much of your neck is going to touch the ground. It has a natural curve. So now I want you to hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Beautiful job here. So we're going to slow it down into some nice static stretching so that we can get you back into your day feeling nice and relaxed. So I want you to straighten out your legs, toes pointing up. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. If you have any back pain or you're not quite comfortable with the sit-up, then you can always just come roll over to your side and sit up a different way. Or you can try to take a deep breath in and exhale, pull your belly button in as you sit all the way up and reach for your toes. If you can't touch your toes, then you're just going to reach as far as you can, maybe grabbing your ankles, your calves, and just see if you can pull your chest a little bit closer down toward your knees. On your next inhale, look forward at your toes. And exhale, slowly release. We're going to bring the left heel into the inner thigh. Shoulders down and back. Keep this right leg straight with the toes pointing up. We're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, reach your right arm down the inside of your leg with your palm up. You might be able to grab onto your calf, your ankle, maybe the arch of your foot. But it's important that your right elbow stays on the inside because you're going to use that as leverage. Next, your left arm is going to sweep up and over. The biggest thing that often happens here is you get really tight, so you start to round forward. But I want you to think about your chest, your sternum, right in the center of your chest. There's a straight line beaming from your chest that you want to keep up and open. Shine it bright towards your video screen. And so you might feel so tight that you stop here. And eventually think about drawing a line like you're drawing a rainbow up and over your head, ultimately getting that left hand all the way over until you can grab onto your pinky toe. And if you're there, then you're going to try to pull your elbows apart away from each other and feel that deep stretch through the hamstring, maybe the inner thigh, and especially down through your left side. Deep breath in and deep breath out. This is one of my favorite stretches. And on your next breath, take a deep breath in. Maybe try to go a little bit further. And exhale, slowly release. Lift your body up. Bring both of your hands over to the left, outside of your left knee. And twist and look behind you. Slowly moving through your spine. Let yourself slowly come out of that, especially if you made it deeper than you ever have before. And then inhale to look forward very slowly. Switch the legs. We're going to bring the right leg in. The left leg is going to go out. Notice this side might feel a little bit different already. Take a deep breath in. Reach up. Exhale. Left hand is reaching down the inner thigh. Remember, you can grab on to whatever you have access to. Keep that elbow to the inside of your thigh. And then the right arm is drawing that rainbow up and over your head. Keep your chest open. Notice where you can get, maybe you're stuck here and you're just reaching and reaching. Ultimately, you might be able to come to that pinky toe and then pull your elbows apart. Working on keeping your chest open and stretching through those obliques. We did a lot of twisting and core work today. Lots of stretching through the side body. So take a deep breath in. Maybe you can open your chest a little bit more. Take that deep stretch. Listen to your body, what feels good, what feels right. And on your next inhale, we're going to very slowly look up. And exhale, release your hands. Slowly bring the hands over to the right, outside of that right knee. And twist to look behind you. Slowly working through that spine. And then very slowly release, turn back forward. We're going to come all the way back onto our backs. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Beautiful work today. We're going to straighten out the right leg and then straighten out the left leg. And adjust yourself onto the ground. Shake it out a little bit. Shake your head side to side. We're going to bring the right knee up into the chest. See if you can pull it up into the chest and then switch. Left knee up into the chest. If that feels like a pretty good stretch, you can even try to lift your head, lift your shoulders off the ground, and feel that spinal flexion engaging your core as you stretch your knee a little bit closer. Exhale. And exhale. And one more each leg. And very slowly come all the way back down. Arms overhead, lock those thumbs together. Try to pull your body apart, full body stretch. And exhale, completely release everything out to the side. Great job. We're going to bring both of the feet up to the sky, heels pointing up. Press the back down into the ground. Relax the arms by your side. Inhale as the right leg travels down as far as you can. And exhale to lift it back up. Alternating, inhale, left leg down. Exhale, back up. If you feel your back start to arch, then don't let the leg go down as far. So you might have smaller movements like here until you feel like you can control your pelvic tilt a little bit more, where you can come just hovering over the ground, okay? It's okay if you can't keep your legs completely straight here. We're just working on engaging the core, controlling the pelvic tilt. Deep breath in as you lower down. And deep breath out as you come back up. Squeeze the core. We have one more on each side. Lower down and back up. And last one. And back up. And then slowly hug your knees into your chest. And rock side to side. And then we'll start rocking forward and back. You can use your hands to hold on to your legs, or you can bring your arms up and release your arms, and then see if you can just come and balance on your sit bones. Rock back and then try to balance. See if you can rock forward and back without bringing your feet to the ground. Rock back and forward. Last one, see if you can pause all the way at the top. Keep your shoulders back, chest up, feel your core strong. And then very slowly come all the way back. See if you can lift your hips off the ground and put your hands underneath your back. If you're in the shoulder stand, make sure you're looking at your belly button the whole time. From here, if you feel safe, try to pinch your elbows in a little bit closer. Next step is to see if you can straighten your legs out and point your toes up to the sky. And then from there, you're going to try to squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. And if you can even try to lower your toes overhead. If they don't touch the ground, maybe you can position a chair there next time to let the toes come down to a chair or down to the ground. If your toes come to the ground, you can release your hands, interlock your fingers, and try to straighten out your shoulders and your elbows and your arms. And then very slowly unlock your fingers if you had them interlocked. Wherever you are, straighten out your arms by your side and think about rolling down one vertebrae at a time until you're all the way flat on your back. And then we're going to press the elbows into the ground. Notice when you dig the elbows down, you can lift your chest up. Maybe so much that the top of your head comes down to the ground. Now, it's very important that your elbows are pushing down to lift up so that you're not putting all of the pressure onto your head. This is a beautiful counter stretch for that shoulder stand, fish posture. And on your next exhale, slowly lift your head back down and come all the way down onto your back. Take one more hug of your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And then slowly bring your feet down to the ground. Straighten out your right leg. And then straighten out your left leg. Shake out your legs side to side. Shake out your arms. Close your eyes and come into a comfortable space. Get into the right mindset here. Think about how you felt during this practice. Maybe your right hamstring felt really tight, or maybe your planks felt extra strong today. Maybe you're feeling a little extra tired. And whether it's a positive or a negative thought, how can you make it even more positive? How can you reframe it, rewrite it in your head so that you end this practice on a positive note? And it could be like, wow, I did such a good job laying down here in Shavasana right now. Like I closed my eyes right away and completely relaxed. That's great. Props to you. Sometimes we got to take the little victories and use them to propel us through the day. So we're going to finish with deep breathing through the nose only. If you're a little bit stuffed up right now, then it might not work for you. But if your nasal passages are feeling clear, then I want you to try to breathe in and out of your nose only. See what that feels like. You shouldn't be holding your breath. As soon as your inhale is done, smoothly transition into your exhale. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then very slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Inhale and sweep your arms overhead. Maybe one more full body stretch. Then from here, you can decide how you feel. Maybe roll over onto your side and take one more breath on the ground. Or maybe you take an exhale and pull your belly button in as you sit up and reach for your toes for one more forward fold. Think about what does your body need and choose that option. And then whichever option you chose, we're going to slowly make our way to a seat. If you have more time today or even at the end of your workday, I encourage you to set a timer, even just for 1 minute, and sit there in a nice quiet space, close your eyes, and give yourself even 1 minute of total relaxation time before you go back into your life, before you go back to your family or your house chores or whatever it is that you have coming after work. Give yourself that time to transition. And notice if you can be in a better mindset for your loved ones, if you give yourself just even a minute to transition back into your day. Thanks for coming to Get Balanced with me today. Again, I'm Skylar. Please reach out with any questions that you have or specific needs that you might want for any of these classes. And if you know someone who might benefit from this class, please make sure you share this video with them, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and keep up the great work. We'll see you next time.